Hi, hi Dr. Neha. Welcome you. In this video, we discuss about self-exploration, in which we discuss about some concept of self-exploration, purpose of self-exploration, and mechanism for self-exploration. There is something innate, invariant, and universal in all human beings. So, here, self exploration helps us to find out what is valuable or not valuable to me, what is right for me or what is wrong for me, and what is true for me and what is wrong for me, while investigating within myself. It also helps us to focus on ourselves, our present beliefs, inspiration, that what we want to become in future, what we are, what we want to be. Self-exploration help us to find out the gap between what we are and what we want to be. Self-exploration enables us to look at our confusion, contradiction within myself. It also tries to resolve these confusions and contradictions by becoming aware of our natural acceptance. Natural acceptance is the unconditional and total acceptance of myself, people, and environment. We people live with different environment, family, friends, and our surrounding environment. And we try to understand this environment and try to establish relationship with this all. Here, self-exploration helps us to observe yourself and establish relationship with these all. Next is content of self-exploration. There are two content of self-exploration. First one is desire or goal. That means what we want to become in our life. It is basically the gap, what we are and what we want to become in our life. Second one is program. Program is nothing but it try to fill the gap of what we are and what we want to become. How one can achieve their goal in life. Program help them. Program actually actualize the situation in real life so that we can achieve our goal. Next is purpose of self-exploration. Self-exploration is the dialogue between what you are and what you want to become in your life. Self-exploration basically find out the gap between what we are and what we want to become in our life while investigating within myself. It is a process of self-exploration, self-evolution through self-investigation. It is a process of knowing oneself through that one can know the entire existence. It is a process of recognizing one's relationship with every unit in existence and fulfilling it. It is a basically process of knowing human conduct, human character, and try to live accordingly. It is the process to maintain the harmony in oneself and harmony with entire existence. That means harmony with self, with family, with society, and with nature. It is the process to identify our innateness and moving towards self-organization and self-expression. Next is mechanism of self-exploration. Self-exploration can be done on the basis of information that we are getting and accepting naturally. That means information need to be naturally acceptable or internally acceptable, not just imposed by externally. There are two mechanisms of self-exploration. First one is natural acceptance, second is experiential validation. Natural acceptance is unconditional and total acceptance of the self, people and environment. It is also refers to the absence of any exceptions from others. Once we fully and truly commit ourselves on the basis of natural acceptance, we feel a holistic sense in inner harmony and fulfillment. Next is experiential validation. Experience validation is nothing but our direct experience or direct learning with environment and content. That means whatever we want to become in our life, we do it real situation and try to evaluate and try to find out the gap between what we are and what we want to become in our life by investing within myself and try to maintain the relationship with ourselves, with family, with society, and with nature. In this video, we learned about concept of self-exploration. The meaning of self-exploration is what we are and what we want to become in our life by investigating within myself. Self-exploration helps us to find out the gap, what we are and what we want to become in our life. Next, we discussed about content of self-exploration, in which there are two types we discussed. First one is goal, that is what we want to achieve in our life or what we want to become in our life. Next was content, that was program. That means how we can achieve our goal effectively. Thereafter, we discussed about purpose of self-exploration, and at the end we discussed about mechanism of self-exploration, in which we discussed about natural acceptance or experiential validation. Natural acceptance is nothing but unconditional and totally acceptance ourselves. Then experiential validation. It is direct learning, direct experience with environment and content. Thank you.